So, hey guys, Chauzu here, back again today with level 5 Grand Voyage Luffy tree from Logtown. And today we're going to take a look at the team I mentioned in my video yesterday, using level 12 Grand Tesoro. Shoutouts to Nico Forever for getting this clear and giving me a video of it. Huge thanks for that, sharing it to the community. And also thanks to others who try, like Amrula in my Discord server and such. But yeah, I don't have the ship myself, but it needs to be level 12. At level 12, the ship gets an extra ability that any chain lock you use gets extended by 1 turn. It's not included in the text, but it's a real thing. So you need level 12. You also need the first effect, which lets you reduce bind by 1 turn. This is thanks to an improvement to my team that Nico Forever found, which I'll get into in a bit. So that's needed for this team. Otherwise, you have 2 possible options to go for. We'll cover both in a bit. But yeah, Tesoro is the key man here. As you see, he has a 3-turn chain lock 3.75 times, can go up to 4.25 times. And with Tesoro ship at level 12, this becomes a 4-turn chain lock, which is huge because this lets you keep it for final stage. Since we're bug stalling final stage, we need 1 extra turn, so it's just perfect, and this makes the damage much better. The big change from the team I uploaded, except for the ship, is the addition of the koala support here, because together with the ship, we remove all of the bind. Roger Odin resists all of the spears. We don't need that support on Tesoro anymore. So instead, we can put a damage boosting support on Tesoro. And there's 2 options. The first version is that you run Roger and Odin as captain. They might need a bit of investment, but not Rainbow. And then you put the dog support on them, like I did in my team. If you do this, you can put the smoker support on Tesoro, which is a bit more accessible, of course. Most people have this support. And then you use smoker as friend captain as well. Otherwise, you can go for smoker as captain. This is the OG strat, smoker, with the free-to-play treasure map Tashigi support. Does the same thing as the treasure map dog support, removing death up when you hit a perfect. But then you can't use smoker support on Tesoro, so you have to go for the X-Drake instead, the Kisna legend. Basically does the same thing. Subways will do a little less damage stage 1, but it's not a deal breaker. So yeah, those are the options. Now, let's go to the playthrough. Thank you again to Nico Forever for giving me this video and giving me permission to share it with you guys. The quality is a bit lower, but who cares? It's the content that counts. One thing Nico does is that he doesn't reset for a matching orb stage 1. I'd advise trying that yourself and trying to not hit a perfect here. Like if you need it for damage, that's fine. You can roll for it after, but I hugely recommend resetting for it from the beginning if you can. And if you see you lack damage, you need to hit a perfect with the ace jobbers in the bottom left, then you can consider using the strat Nico does here, which is beating stage 1, hitting perfect with everybody, and then if they don't have a 1 orb after that, you restart the run. So I hugely recommend to try and avoid that, but if you can't, you know, an alternate strat. The good thing with this strat is that we get a lot of extra damage. This damage is crucial, otherwise we wouldn't just be able to kill it. We now have a cut here, just showing that we have a 1 orb. Now we have to do bug stall. In the video I got, he already cut out all of the bug stalls. If you want to see exactly how you bug stall, you're free to watch my video. It should be like 5 turns of bug stall, just until you have the super swap ready on Sabo Ace. But as said, you need to make sure you have the 1 orb on the Ace jobbers when moving on to stage 2. And from now on, honestly, the team is the same as mine until the final stage. But let's take a look. One big difference is that the team takes a lot more damage here. So we won't be able to have Roger Rush on final stage. Not sure if it's possible to find a workaround for that. Like, for example, Whitebeard doesn't have the Marco support on this. That gives some HP. We don't have any damage reduction support. maybe possible to figure something out, but that might also need more investment in units like this subways, for example, if you saw, pretty low investment. And that's a good thing. It means this is the most accessible team yet for this Grand Voyage, which is super good news. So yeah, you have to bug stall one turn here. After the bug stall, you don't want to kill Kabaji yet. You can get him low. You can hit a perfect with ace to heal. Like personally what I did is just hit a perfect with ace and then tap on the jobbers and then kill the next turn, but it doesn't really matter as long as you kill this over 2 turns, and this is essential so we can get rid of the slot bind from the jobbers. Also, I said it's the same as my team, but stage 4 is actually a bit different, so pay attention to that. This stage is the same though, but we have a little less damage on ace here since we don't have the Bellovedere support that I used myself. And I know that even at max investment for me, and I hit a great with ace, sometimes I don't kill with a fully maxed ace. So you probably have to be prepared that you need to hit a perfect here. And at least for me, hitting a perfect with this ace with harder perfects is not easy. So just pay attention there, really try and hit that perfect with ace. And yeah, now we can use Tesoro, so now you'll be able to see the real power of the level 12 Tesoro ship. Usually we get a 3-turn chain lock, but the ship at level 12, regardless of your classes or whatever, will make it 4 turns. And we also have to keep in mind that we can make use of Tesoro's ability to increase his chain lock. This is something we didn't have to care about with my team, since the chain lock was going to be gone. But since we actually have the chain lock for final stage now, we want to try and hit these 3 greats. And Nico Forever made a good strat for that. So just hit a perfect with Smoker, you have to remove the death up. Then you hit a great with Jobber, make sure you start with the Jobbers. And then you kill the main boss with Roger, or well, Smoker if Smoker is the friend captain. And then the final mob with Sabo Ace. And yeah, one final bug stall. And yeah, if you have a Rainbow Roger friend captain, you need 20k HP as you see. We're a long way away from that, but thankfully we don't even need the rush with the extra chain lock. So the strat Nico uses, which is the strat I will have used too at first, is to just hit with Luffy and then hit in order from strongest to weakest. Well, it doesn't really matter, but you finish with Jobber on Zoro. And there's really no way to improve that damage, so good job. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.